You are now in the presence of faith.
Wagwan. This is motherfucking Stanton at the fucking building. And it's them say what? Still on season 2. I think episode 9 with this one. Yeah, it took a break, you know. But we're back again. You see me? Shouts to the day ones, shouts to the new ones, the jump ones, the jump ones. Get the fuck out of here. Quick and fast. You see me? Right. Today the topic be, do you go to church to chase miracles or righteousness? Be broad topic, you know. It's a very, very broad topic, but we will try and manage and make exceed the time. Literally, them say what's maximum 2 hours that we free. What I say. But yeah, make a shout out to the ones where they did and they play. Shout out to man like Selassie and they play. Shout out to man like Wapeo. Nana Bafu, I see you. Danny, I see you. Raymond, I see you. Upon, I see you. I see you test me right now, but yeah, I'm not going to read them yet. 400, I see you. And yeah, Ray K and since I see you niggas. Right. Lately, a lot of pastors, they gain following through miracles. You understand? Because they know say people that believe in miracles pass the word of God. You know? That's why if you see the churches where they perform miracles, you do have them crowd big pass. You know, the people where they just, you know, like the Methodist and Sons, you know. You see, for no say life no be Niger movie, you know. Life no be, first of all, for no say, for establish say life no be Nigeria movie at all. A lot of people watch too much movies where they think say, you know, when they go some church, they go fit do something, make person where you get kidney problem. Pastor go fit come out the kidney problem and since. Person where you don't have leg. Pastor go fit command the leg out and since, you know. It be too much Niger movie, you know, go make you believe that kind of thing. You know? And pastors know that. People believe in that. People like to see that. Watch I say. So they use that a lot. Televise it. You see, they don't mind boss. It's all acting, bro. They cast serious actors and actresses. But they can act show you, you know. Because they don't see you like the Niger movie. You know, so they cast serious actors and actresses, but they can't act show you because I don't know Ope say who be. You want to see miracles? Yeah, no, you skip miracle films, go to church, go try see miracles. You go school, you gain some kind of enlightenment for your life inside. You have common sense as well. Never clock you say that heart disease. It no be curable for church. You know be church they go fit cure unless transplant. You know. See TB Joshua in matter like this. Someone like TB Joshua, if I had my way, I will go dig in grave and bust like 4 put head inside self art. What I say? Cause my girl believe in TB Joshua crazy. My girl did like 4 trips to Nigeria just because somebody convince him. And actually, it be the person you convince him, no. The person be chief. The person be like the owner chief. The owner be some town next to Prom. The my girl, she did into land selling and things too. So that being people, you know. So you say you go do some business with a man where the left with the man say, oh, this man, then it's in the play on TV. TV just trying to the play on TV. Where he say, oh, the man goes, oh, this man, if I check him out, the man goes, oh, Charlie, you know, be interested in this kind of miracle people, you know. The man say, oh, no, but this guy won't be different, Charlie. She for just chucking, you know, watch the vibe. She watch small, you like the acting farm. So she go out where she go put my step up on as well, you know. All of a sudden, my old girl comes in strong TB Joshua soldier, you know. She forced me put some from my wallet inside. At the car on there, I go visit her. She spray me with TB Joshua water from my wallet top, my passport top, bro, my forehead, bro. Or the tata me and my siblings, so not the tata him, bro. But I mean, I know say, oh, Charlie, bro, which level? I know I tell you people already this story already. Say even in my living room, the TV where they watch, no TV Joshua sticker day, the TV in front. So the sticker they miss some details. If you watch movie, that sticker where they take the sticker tag, you know, oh, if you movie, you go miss something because of where the sticker did. But you see, they believe in the man. To sense she said the sticker for day there. At some point, when the man they pray, she they put in kiddies and grandkiddies on her pictures all for the screen top when the man they pray. Bro, that be how deep them all girl they believe it, you know. She they put one when the man they pray, she they put one her pictures for the screen top. So see the prayers go enter we. Can you imagine? Over here, this time can be dog you. What I say? How that prayer go reach me, bro? But are they some one corner way and they pop some big ass for somewhere? How that prayer go reach me? Picture. Can you imagine, bro? Anyway, fast forward. 2019. My bro can sick bad. You know, kidney failure and since they do dialysis. You know, I carry one afternoon or some morning like that. They had me some bread. That same bread already. They had me some impromptu bread. Like I'm like, alright, cool. I send the bread. I send like 20 something K. I send the bread no. Where the ghost. Like, and if you reach them again, you know, cause my brother it got back to them. Say, you see, when you know do the dialysis with the blood inside make the tea, you start act cycle. So then that stage happen make you not say dialysis for be regular, and yes, you will start move some waste because I see some things. So yeah, then it be like they go dialysis like twice a week or something, say 3 times a week. I forgot what then. They on some pattern like that, crazy. Cool. The ghost. I call them and they reach them. I call my brother in front and they reach out. I call my uncle in front and they reach out. I call my step up and they give me story say my brother in Paddy B half hospital for the north there where he offer them free dialysis. So when they for come the north there, I say free dialysis for what? That's it. I saw the dialysis already. So what be the come the north? Which level? They say, oh, they won't save money. And then I say, alright, cool. But I suspect, say, nah. The story that they add up. I suspect, you know. Say, nah, this vibe. I'm not sure, bro. A weak story. You know them ones, like, you get your dialysis for Accra, your party be say come off for free dialysis. That time, like dialysis was it 250 or something? I forget. It was 2019 inside, like 250 or something. I try to reach them. I still need to reach them. I get to them someday. They still give me the enough story. You know, where they come back. They come back or that they suspect still. But they come back, she can get serious because it be like, as they go, they miss some days of dialysis, you understand? Because they go, even Nigeria where they go, they miss some days for dialysis. So the thing can make serious way right now. If I admit them for some hospital, they call the hospital Bengali or something for the time there. You know? Don't do, Charlie. When my brother die. You know? But still say then they admit say they go Nigeria. So I go Ghana way. I just confront them on the gangster level, say, yo, that disappear where people disappear, be Nigeria people go. She said they no go Nigeria, they no go in Nigeria. I say, alright, cool. Wait, I stop it. I not talk to him for some days. We say, Charlie, they make desperate, so they try healing son. You understand? Desperate mother, Charlie. Anything to make his son get healed. You know, she won't do him. I got my brother in shop where one of the workers in Paris colleagues tell me, say, my brother tell them, say, if the TV Joshua go fi heal him. When me I not say my brother, I know they believe in the TV Joshua, but I say my girl corner man making him to start believing that thing. So he tell me that, the guy tell me that, I say, yeah, Charlie. So at some point, say, my brother said they believe that thing. I can't hold on. Yeah. So like I talk, my brother can't believe that thing make into then in mind day for the Nigeria trip, you know. But then you know, I already go, but I say, yeah, this be desperate mother, innit? You believe in some fuckery where. The funny thing is, I asked my girl, say, as they go to Nigeria, she gets see the man, and she said she don't even get see the man, bro. They do everything, pay money, what? They no fit see the man. What's the hair? So you do this trip to Nigeria for days, and you don't even see the man. So that, I say, if you come back, she lose faith in the man. She say, no, it be a look. Because if you say you be that level, which level? What I say, you be about kidney failure. Say, hold on, you know them ones. Real sickness come and cure. Let's see. You ghost. When I give story, real sickness come. This no be act out. This no be your cast song in the original. The aba cure me see you ghost. You know, I say my girl, you lose. That way I say she lose interest in the thing. Like a year later or two, innit? It be COVID inside where your man die, I call him the day I hear your mother, I call her say, oh no, but more. More and check, but you survive it. You know if you cure anybody safe. You understand? Long. You do that trip to Nigeria, they go seek healing power to heal your kidney. The person said if be COVID killer. You your son be kidney failure. Stronger. In your COVID kitty way. You end up long for him. Recently as the video come out, I call him again, I'll go again. Give him another attention, you know. Say you see your man. Your man, if your guy rough. We say she know, but she don't want to talk about him. I say she did try get me off the phone, you know. I say no, we could talk. Your man, if your guy, and how you fall for that thing. Now she talks, oh, right now they need to watch then check and stuff again. Right now, you only need to pray to him God. You know they watch, you know they believe in all that shit again. Well, I say yeah, long time ago they tell you say yo. The Bible inside, they say God is there everywhere. So which level? Why if I go Nigeria? If God there everywhere, what's the point of going to some man in church? You know? The man really fuck with people in my head. People, I know a few people where they really believe in them, you know? I know gangsters way they have bodies and sons way they believe in TB Joshua, you know. Yeah, I know some people way they have bodies. They believe in TB Joshua. You know, they actually sell lands to TB Joshua and since they believe in TB Joshua bad. But bad boys. You understand? Bad boys. See somewhere like Aite Powers. That be senior ambassador for TB Joshua, you know. One of the guys say Aite Powers go there and since he come Ghana can do plenty advert for your man. Say, yeah, TB Joshua, the God of TB Joshua. You know them one, they got that time. Your mind play with their mind, we play with people their mind rough. You imagine the number of souls where somewhere like Aite Powers win for TB Joshua. Your mind, you say TB Joshua give him Powers to come fight Buko man who still they beat them bad. All that since there be signs where they get for say yo TB Joshua full movie director. You understand? Hold on. Yeah. Movie director with that. You know, Guy Ritchie way. Bloody. Guy Ritchie, bloody way. You know? But it go far people where they go church to go see miracles. You know? People where they go church go see miracles. You know, when they do the video or the television where people watch and they see that crowd, people actually, so the crowd alone said if you convince people say, oh, it must be something, you know. But then the people where they fall for the thing. Some people say they be plants, they just plant them for the crowd inside. They've been paid to come. Like the way some artists they plant fans put events under and stuff. Yeah, pastors do that as well. They plant a crowd, you know. And if you don't have mind of your own, you go watch and you see, hey, Charlie Bibi wow. She said, "Kufo we nina, utumi kacho se kufo we no mo Jimmy. Bibi wo, I was saying Kobe. Now also the numbers not count. Then the crowd they look bigger and bigger and bigger every time on the screens, and they win more souls. You see the size of our church, crazy. If you see them a lifestyle, bro. Somebody will be about God. These pastors them a lifestyle. You know they make sense to me, because the God now, like Jesus way, then they talk about for the Bible inside. Simple live it you. What I say, simple guy. But these law. I mean, tell Rolls Royce, get big donor wives. On our level, but the Jesus two way he can preach and things can fast and things. Foot warrior, not see any donkeys. What I said, not see ankasa any donkeys, any idea. Wait, you know, because if like Jesus did on that luxury, like said they go get what you call that, the hosting, they get a name that they call them. When I for show me say when I know book. So our horse convoy, the friend is saying, he gets on name. Make one a sport there before I continue. If when I know sport there, I go end the instance and go. Because they expensive when I for know this thing. The things with that horse convoy, you know, horse they also so they get on name they call them. Make somebody write the name, make a say badness. Sharks ni go as in and Jones. This will stand tall space. Me not fear. Give me the name, make I continue. Chariots, Champion Jibo. That is it. I know. Sound of a penno. Say, and I'm a penno. Ole, this will stand tall. I know the name, but if you pass my head top. So ask your man right now. Kashe. Ona or ask this keke ona. Ole book papa. You see, if like Jesus did on that kind of luxury level, like that level, you know, big chariots, what I say, horses bear 3,000. No, it's a small, but on the disciples, no. You understand? But the man them full on 2 level. You understand? Yeah, man. But people where they preaching word for year, they want Rolls Royce, bro. They want senior convoy, they want private jets and shit. You know? And you go shock you say things like that too, they catch people to even enter, to even be a member of the church. Oh, me suffer the what's up for no short so. Me suffer some people them want to be that too. Me sorry no me suffer who scamper. People actually they way that be them are bragging right. See them a pastor get money. You know, people they way they like them at church or they believe them pastor because them a pastor get money. It's sorry no call for miracles any. You ask for Fedia now say you go there for righteousness. What I say? You understand? Now see the kind of things where they come out. Obinim or for all them niggas, they be comedians, bro. The kind of things that they talk. If you know clocks, they be comedians. You're a fool. I grad that full comedian. But I grad that in church study full up right now. People, the church is getting full. I grad that everybody know I grad that in story. All of a sudden, see the church, it is full up. The time the church is not full up, then she didn't even show the crowd, but now she did show the crowd. I'm like, hey, Charlie, no, I do nothing. The woman they preach profanity and some bare fuckery in the church, but people still they go there. Big scammer. From time, people she still have big congregation. Where did they pass through? Is it that people are like bored on Sundays or something? Like you do Sundays and niggas are bored and I said girls now my phone why bored and I said them because it must be something, oh. Bro, you don't go if you just fall for the vibes like that. You go wake up Sunday and get dressed. I know niggas we every Sunday they wear them a kaftan and they go rap. But I know see this guy big time womanizer up here, man pussy me. You know, or something in truffle. You know, shout out to Star Buju, big liar. But every Sunday Buju day church. You know, Buju them way when they cut picture for gas filling station, they do them now they fill the tank. But we don't say Ghana, you boom out. You know, just because they won't they won't look like they do America, you know. They them now they stand gas, they cut picture, you know. Buju to me we are will be breakfast picture. No, they post it or next WhatsApp status to send it there. But every Sunday this fool is in church. Every Sunday or say kaftan, no Gina sorry there. No, I snap it so tray. Say yeah. Believer. If you say some people just want to go somewhere on Sundays or something, are they conf? I really the conf, bro. Because you know, because if you be righteousness, you go look for the church there. You know, when you go one come, you know go to continue the lie. But you go come and you still a lie, you still a womanizer. I always talk say. If like I go church, my body count will be crazier than what it is. Cause that be where all the desperate girls they. You know? That be where all the desperate girls stay. So what's the point? It be the gathering where it be niggas or I say some social sport and I said then. Is it for socialization? And I say niggas they actually go pre-righteousness. Niggas get Google. Maybe they Google righteousness, you gotta understand. You know? What I say? Or you go watch miracles. Pastor if he talk say, oh, that na Christ me we are 100,000 man. Oh, we me ye 50,000 man. Oh, says I. And people, them eyes they get, and people they shout. Anytime they say that bullshit, people they do, hey! Grown men and women, where they say they get sense, they believe all this shit. Niggas like Obi name them, they have. Does he have a rape allegation or something? You have some sexual allegation be like that. And since all them sins they just people just on look the whole thing like, yeah. But the Jesus we tell you about, he turned down the pum pum sentence. What I said, Jesus them the pum pum them forward, they turn down the pum pum. But these they go tell you say, nipa, unamne emre, sentence. You know? Jesus way you don't have the convoy and the chariot and things no. They turn down the pum pum. You they enjoy from in sweat and blood and things no. You diggers no. Oh funny things so demand before no. It was already there hard. You know? Bro. The righteousness you now go feel it now. Because you did the Bible inside. I feel say all these churches, it be scam. You're just making someone rich. It's like if you go drop bread and the tithes niggas and sons, you just they make somebody rich, bro. Sunday fire be for do something profitable. If you really be proper Christian, read the Bible, pray, you know, fast and sons, you know, than to go to some church make later you go hear all these stories about your pastor, bro. It lead you on. The person where they tell you the word of God, it no be pure. Fuckery song. The whole church is contaminated, bro. Imagine. Church of synagogue. Fools. Hell, denche. Hell, ankasa. Because the things way the man they do, no be joke. More than Hollywood. What I say, artist ni gum. In your daughter, the violator, the last in daughter and sons. But people travel all the way. Come say, they come take miracles and sons. You know, they use celebrities and sons, get some co-sign and some following and sons. You know, if you listen to Jamaican story, you go see say they like to use the celebs and sons, you know? Even in Ghana, they use the Kumawood people, innit? I mean, they come out there, they mention the names. Where Mataka, you see them, they have some links with some kind of pastors. You see, they capture the compound house people. You know? They have some pastors where they mention them name. Wow. Like one day, I don't know whether it's Sakumono or something. They like to mention name. Recently, if you come out, come this Sakufad, what be name? You know, they buy cars for the actors, them, the Kumawood actors. What be that pastor in name? I better make one a sport there. Bedu Kobi, Buluni. South West King. Bedu Kobi a fraud ni. You understand? Because, yeah, a co-sign level. You know? A co-sign level. If they give the Kumar people them bread and they will come, you know? Big, may they mention them and name and sons. You know them ones. Church there, which advert level? You don't need advert. Yeah, understand? Church there, like, you don't need advert. But look, see all the churches. They want you on TV, bro. They want you on big billboards. With senior filter. Senior makeup. Pastor will bleach. Pastor no upon him, bro. That be red flag. They go tell you say that they go listen to the word, not the man. Shalom man. Any pastor where you like to involve a brofo for in church, if you go for fear, Steve Joshua, they have a brofo for inside. It can't be that. Same as fucking Cheddar movement. They use Brony as a spokesperson because they know how Africans want to mind the Brony and Adrian bossy. It's solid. It's a serious movement. So they use Brony for you. You know? Sidebar, but anybody where you actually they consider giving him a try, you're very stupid, bro. You're very stupid because this be individual way. You know they even if stick to one image, bro. From hairstyle to outfits to how he even speak. You know, the feel until we know the character way he wants. You know, if he play the role way. And now he's sounding like Mandela. The next day he's sounding like Idi Amin or some you know them old school African, you know, revolutionist for no. You know how I go for yeah. Next day he sound like Kwame Nkrumah. You want dress like Kwame Nkrumah. That's a fraud, bro. A fraud struggling with identity crisis. Who character on play. Meaning say oh sorry no pa. Uniforms ni go up. And now shall say yeah today I for be Kwame Nkrumah. You know, in Zulezu way. Then yeah, he step in it. Nkrumah way. Then wake up the next morning, watch this, you know. When I know I'm Idi Amin way, you know. Then he step in that character. I don't know what the guy won't do. He no have identity. What they make you think say he be some solid guy we go fit govern you. He go fit govern you. Bro, watch all on the leaders. Everybody have identity. Everybody have that haircut. Everybody have that kind of shudder. You know, from the Rollins them, they will show you that haircut. They will show you the white lane or whatever. You know them how they dress. They could afford them. You know, same. You know that image. They have sanity. Then they change hairstyle. Then they do anything. Then they grow beard. Then they shave. Whatever the style be, that's what it is. And it's not just the Africans. Bill Clinton, he ever change their style? George Bush, he ever change their style? He ever change style of outfit? No. Donald Trump, same way. But this guy, because he don't know what he's about, accent they change, image they change, outfit they change. I'm like, this be somebody where they fit Photoshop and things. How you give him make it think say you go fit actually try contest. Because they will do some video where some kids they shout freedom, freedom, freedom. Hey. It takes nothing to get kiddies to shout. But I can do some square donation. You know how the kiddies go to shout sticky. No donation safe. You know how they go shout. You understand? Then go do video and then they package with the Americans when they come. They think say they come meet the Prince of Africa for real. They then to the down they do interviews and things. What be that guy name? 90 something keys. He had died. Can the man come do podcasts and since they like put the head top. Cheddar, not for even have confidence to even try what they try to do. But obviously, the lames plenty for Ghana make they give him some vim. They show him some vim, say hope D. So they take steps. Whatever I go tell those, you see. Those big men will bring the people be them and then people will bring them. Then they probably will listen to the story where they come to. And they probably don't know say oh yeah look guy. And your man say will give you the nice story. Watch us here. And then as they come, they did tell you say they can't campaign for them, but they can't talk them youth empowerment vibes and things. But if you be small-minded way, you feel say if these people they co-sign this guy, it means that this guy be solid. No, it means say Charlie Obi Nimwe, we Obi Nimba. You know, TB Joshua member kind of, you know, you fall for the act. You know? Charlie, kind of palm be this. The kiddies they believe him. Oh, the kiddies I started to say the kiddies with numbers for the Twitter here. They started do some movement. They see yeah, they believe. They believe. They believe. When I ask them say, how come Floyd did the mind them again? When I ask them, anytime when I will get chance to talk to him or something, when I ask them say, how come Floyd did the mind them again? You know? Yeah. Oh yeah, look, I beg you. Make one no pay and no mind. You understand? I don't know why you know be content with just being popular. He just want to be cool with being popular. You know, if anything, Charlie, no process for just be popular, bro. Just be popular. Just be popular. You know, that's cool. But you won't come do what? Unless that the time my boy say, "Yo, man, maybe just want that thing on his CV say he contest for presidency." Because bro, you know, say enough people they actually contest, but they know say they no go win. You know, niggas like are good at them, I regard them and things. It is they think say they will ever chop president. You're not even, you know, they're the strongest party. You know, even they're the second strongest party. There's no hope. I feel say, yeah, maybe just on the CV to go take some contract or something for somewhere, you know, because yeah, I definitely gonna say no chance, you know, but or the BB, you know, or the Korea some running B, you know, but yeah, still I feel say, you know, for even have that confidence to even try that, you know. But anyway, let's continue the main topic again. Bro, righteousness there. The lifestyle, you know. And when that be what you really the chase, you for focus, you know, for make some things catch you, maybe the crowd in the church, crowd no sunt, you know, people they way classism. You see, say rich people they go action chapel, so yeah, into Charlie, they won't go action chapel. People they way they go action chapel because rich people they action chapel. Trust me. Trust me, people they go action chapel because they know say rich people they action chapel. No be say some Duncan Williamson preaching with bossy mind or something. If you say cast ne rera on the effect, we say hell scaffold ne go at that church, rich people they go there. You understand? People they way every time they won't go to the church where the president they go, no. Yeah. That be how some people today. So church actually is like a nightclub. You know, people they go with baby a boss, you know. With me like this, I'll be selective with the kind of nightclubs I will go. You know, if I dig and I say right now 2 weeks slow, they say some Ace place where they pop right now. So if I dig and Ace to make up. I can't treat church the same way. Say baby a pop, you know. And I say baby a crowd the doors, and I say baby a class, you know, and I make up. There be it be when I go Ghana way 31st I for go church, I dey go pram, bro. Everybody know this. But Psycho know this. 31st night I go church. And if I go church, pram Methodist church where I go. Yeah. Because I'm in business. I'm not like, you know them ones. That whole sao omuko steed me no me be that me ko pram, bro. I dey drive go pram. Yeah. Go to the Methodist church there. They close, I come back to Accra. Sana Juna carry. You know? God, I'm sorry, you know. Charlie. Sana Juna carry you here to us. You know? But yeah, then we'll just go prepare for the next year. What I say. You need. For a few years, this man, me cash input. Not following year number. Because I know dig Ghana. I sorry say we really do church matter for you. You know? But yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, please. I don't believe in miracles. First of all, I don't believe in miracles. It doesn't happen, bro. Some illness day where you can only be cured by the doctor. There is no way pastor go fit touch your belly and then fix that your lung problem, or fix that your kidney problem, or fix that your heart problem, bro. You need to go to the hospital. Hospital safe. Then they sit up. They will tell you, see, I will say they will call him India, Cuba, any idea. Watch I say. So how will you treat pastor now? Oh, he doesn't stand a chance. So how will pastor now pet to Kesiano? He doesn't stand a chance, bro. Your pastor and wife doing us, you say go fit cure you. In wife won't doing us, they go take you go do us. You go there, you go tell me, say may they cure some your fibroid. Meanwhile, your wife they want bottles, they go take, go do bottles. We go to a cure or fibroid. I feeling the kidney problem. You say me the cure. Your wife want big bottles. You take it they go. If you be that powerful, like why you don't pray for your wife, make your wife get big bottles? If he gets powers, like enough for feet pump the bottles. But I'm too can't bottles. No? Yeah. Or they go tell you say nyame onye BBL. Which level? Are they opening the microphone for people to come drop in my pay? What I say, as he say, I just did anything against religion. She dey inside fully, you know. And then I'm cool doing finish. But I just in other place, anti-religion. Bonnet. Ajo, how are you?
Early fire is the new year. We haven't spoken.
Yeah. Happy New Year.
You and your phone. Happy New Year's.
Nice.
This thing. I remember I had a conversation with someone. I was telling them that they don't know, but their pastors are into real estate business. Those days, you hear pastors bragging about how many churches they have, and somehow it translated to the congregation as him being powerful, as in God is expanding God is expanding his kingdom on earth. That is how it was translated. But when you think about it, they are into real estate business.
True.
They have so many different churches across Ghana in different locations. Nipa Baako.
So many lands as well. Like big lands.
Today you go and preach at Tama. Thursday, no, Friday, then he's here. Saturday, then he's here. All over the place. You, the church member, your name and your information, you are the one who is like making the building and expanding that business of his. Yep.
We investor without profit.
And then when they are done, the pastor come and tell you that he's damn right. But what about yours? You have to go and close your shop on Wednesday nights and go to his business.
Yep.
That's one side. This miracle thing, this thing contributes to why most religious countries, their IQ is
low.
Like it's not a coincidence, because they don't give you the opportunity to think outside the box. And every time you want to think outside the box, you are shut down for it, because they have the numbers to shut you down for it. You mentioned the allegation that Obinim had, and I remember that allegation as well.
Yeah.
They can shut it down quick.
Yeah.
If you watch TB Joshua's own, what rape are you talking about? It's not rape. Oh no, a temptuous woman. She's the spirit of Jezebel kind of a thing. Demonize a victim, and then he got away with it.
Easy.
Because after all, the congregation have been conditioned to think that they are demons, and they are spirits who possess you to do things. What
I say?
Then the congregation are sympathizing with the comfort and the Houdini because they have been conscientized to think that these things are real. They haven't taught you how to take accountability for your actions, because you have somebody to blame for it. And it works on the other side. If you use your strength to do something, you are told not to appreciate your efforts. You are told to not be proud of your things, but rather so then you have to go and thank God for it. And thank God
10%.
You can't even acknowledge the good works that you do, because if you do that, it is a sin. Because it is God who is the one providing you with life and giving you breath. So it goes both ways. The last time you had a space about Bibu, I've seen things. What have you seen? I wouldn't give a book of records. What have you seen? You have been groomed, you have been indoctrinated to think of these things. Oh, that can't mean that because they have sort of provided with an image of what the devil looks like. Into that can't mean that you are just like you're traumatized. You're traumatized by hell. You're traumatized about all these things in the book. It's mean that. Exams now pass here. You can't acknowledge yourself. Because I know and all of our music, all of our music, the ones that resonate with people, once people want to make tuna, you have to go on your knees.
Mm-hmm.
Like slavery kind of mood, like you feel like I'm
yeah,
not.
be sad. You have to be sad. They even cry.
Bro.
They even cry. People cry when they are praying, you know.
Listen to the lyrics, It's a weird thing in the. I'm speaking on the church's aspect that about the Islam ones. The ex-Muslims, when you have a conversation with them, they'll tell you some of the manipulative tricks that happens with them. But with the Christian side, when you listen to the lyrics, it's a lot of meyawakua, which is slavery, and then they sing it as a way of like they don't even know what it does to their psyche, and that is all of our music.
I'm a vessel. I'm a vessel. I'm a vessel. I'm a vessel of God. Hey, Charlie.
Vessel. Let's talk about the miracles. Mm-hmm. It doesn't exist. It doesn't happen.
It doesn't.
If something happened to you, right, and you don't know, let's say, all the factors as to why it happened, don't make a conclusion yet. But we are hasty to make a conclusion that it is a spirit. And coincidentally, it's always a spirit that they were raised with, which is the Holy Ghost or whatever religion that they were raised with. Because something would not happen to a Muslim, and then the Muslim will say it's the Christian Holy Ghost who did it. No, it's always going to align with the one that you were indoctrinated with. It's not a coincidence. Just because you don't have an explanation to something, you don't make a conclusion. Mm-hmm. This is where science comes in. Science does not just make a conclusion. Okay, you know what? So when your answers, it's very simple, very straightforward, truthful. But religion has a sense of being boastful, having the answers to everything, and all the answers is in this book. And that is a problem. So it's not about me hating the fact that you think or I don't hate the fact that you think that way. But it is very problematic when this thinking has an effect on every single thing else about your life, and the fact that you can't even leave the community if you wanted to. I don't know how it is now with the climate, whether you want to leave the faith or if you want to have your own idea of what God is. I don't know if the temperature in Ghana is as it was back in the days, because those days your friends can stop being friends with you. Your family can disown you because it happens. Your family can even disown you for that. True. And distance themselves for that. So imagine living in a community like that. And so normally at show you can't escape it. If anybody here who has an example of some miracle, grab the mic.
Straight. If you dare here where you see some miracle before, send your request come.
Do you know how many children, how many girls? Go back and watch those videotapes. Small girls, me and from in front of the congregation. You saw a demon. You saw a demon. You saw a demon. I wonder where these girls are, these kids who are labeled demons. I wonder where they are.
My boy, you see miracle for a pong. Say what miracle that.
Let the games begin.
Charlie, you see, we are a bunch of sorry people.
For real.
I don't know how we ended up where we are, but I have a Japan who mentions who graduated first, but who Methodist. Me, I was brought up Methodist. Miracles, all those kind of things. I've not been a person who actually takes most of them serious. It's there. If you believe in it, fine. If you think it affects you negatively, it will continue to train you down. So what I say. The OGDB actually works for you. So me, this is my life. I always tell myself that one thing. I never look down on myself on anything I'm doing. Human beings can fail, human beings can pass. And you made mention of how people have double characters and some have a very fixed character. Mind you, how many times did Akufo-Addo, and when did Akufo-Addo start looking to be president? He failed several times. He could have equally said, "So, me nana be neje, me nana me papa subai biana."
For real.
You see, now the thing is, yena gansa ni pana yohon, like Ajo was saying, Yamayen, I have the belief that I am a nobody. I know of someone who was looking for a job. This person is looking for a job. Yes, we should go and sit in the church. Spend the whole day. And my dad is like, "Oh, who's this time? Pay you my money? Yes, say. And then me, I have to go and pay money to get a job. Yes, so that person is going to those places. As soon as yesterday I saw that video, I sent you, "Oh, trust me." The first comment was, "It's a lie." I said, "Thank you." Because they won't, let me tell you, man, they won't read, they won't listen. They won't read, they won't listen.
So you see the video where she thinks it's still hello.
They will not watch.
Hey, Charlie.
She won't. You understand? The indoctrination, so there was this day, you mentioned this guy, Obofo. See, ma, those things, spirits and things, true, me, I never believed them, but I have realized those things are there. Because there was a day I met Obofo with my cousin. We were driving from work. At the time, I had an accident and my car was spoiled, so he was driving me. At Chimota, Melcombe area, that was where his church is. And at that time, 2019 there, the church was massive around my neighborhood. So we were coming home. Then we saw these guys, kind of tag-looking guys, stopping the car. So car stopped, I saw the man pass with them. So we moved ahead for like 10-20 seconds. The car was quiet. Myself and Kofi. I was like, "Kofi, did you feel the spirit?" He said, "Hey, Nana." She was out. I was like, "Okay." So it wasn't just me.
Hey.
So you know,
Kuda.
going there.
Kuda. You say you feel with spirit from where?
You see, there was a sort of aura around. When we saw the guy, there was some heavy presence. Ima, I'm not joking. No. There was a very heavy. So then I told Kofi, "Did you feel something?" He said, "Charlie, the whole place was just heavy." I'm like, so if you find yourself in such a place, me from childhood, I've been made to believe that I can pray for myself. If I feel I'm not well and I want to pray for myself, that person in that church that is praying for you, is he better than you?
So if you feel say your man gets some aura or some spirits there around your man, that means say your man will manipulate you.
Simple, bro. Simple.
And you feel say it go work and you so hold on. So if Obofo see you, tell you say, "Hey, watch now, bro. I'm sorry. Demon be will push him, but I'm too mal." The next day you go to the church for real.
Bro, you see, that is also about you taking yourself there. And the type of mentality, because you know.
No, I ask you, you go now. I ask you go.
Me? No. Why would I go? Oh,
no, but you say you feel some spirit. You say, listen, you say you pass your body, say you feel some spirit. So you might say stop you where then you have words say around here.
That is where sometimes I feel some people are sunk into it. So it's like you're a target, and you know they have targets too. There are equally very educated people who are very feeble. There are educated people who are very feeble because the person is looking for something. And these people are just like psychologists. They can identify. It be like how you do go visa interview, where you catch there. In the bar, the counselors for them. There are no people where they see, I say, I'll call your bar, or if it's not come back to you. That be how those people today did. So then they pick and choose.
No be small.
You understand? And we are not learning. As you they talk, the youth, when I youth there, Charlie, where's awful? Every day they talk, say Ghana, we get future. There's no future.
There are no future.
Because the ones who are actually having the knowledge, the good mind, the good plans, they will never be given the opportunity to actually make things right.
Yeah, of course.
Never.
They always put people where they go to manipulate, isn't it? But,
exactly. We always want the ones who manipulate. Look, opposite my house, someone says she wants to be an MP. Every day I come outside because they will have meetings, they will park their cars in front of my house. They leave and then they leave a lot of rubbish. I've complained and I said the next time I come and the front of my house is dirty, I'll just strike.
No, we small. Upon big up yourself. Make somebody upon your chair. Upon movie some bring Michelle. Watch it.
First, this alright, not be Michael Jackson alright. Do you know how many times Michael Jackson and collapse?
Of course.
It's a celebrity thing. Anybody you see,
you go for yeah, for real. That be true. That be true. But this be me my experience too. I meet plenty celebrities, as I day Ghana, plenty. But one celebrity I meet where I shake his hand, he felt a bit heavy, was Castro. And from sources, they say Castro, they like Juju. I mean, I shake traditionalists in hand before. That thing where I felt after I shake some traditionalists in hand, I felt that same shit as I shake Castro in hand. So I told someone, say, Charlie, this your boy here. He say, he be the Juju Kasa. Because I shake this guy hand before. This Wulom, in name be Numu Belinfo. He be one of the guy Wulom song. He be very popular. Numu Belinfo, he get some big beard. I don't say a few people with the day go know. He one of the. He gets some position for the Ghana traditional area things, the first time I shake that guy hand, that I felt that thing, As I shake Castro hand, that thing too deep in body. I say, this guy, he go like Juju power. From strong sources, they say, oh man, he like Juju die. He like Juju too much. Eskin, sport it.
I see what you did there with the Eli Juju died. I just saw that. Charlie, so basically, right?
What?
I'll give you very short. To the main thing, do you go to church, chase miracles or righteousness? I really don't believe righteousness is locked in the corridors of a church. I believe it's doctrines, it's teachings. It be how did it raise you? It be the things you hear all the time. In our upbringing as young people, we were made to go to church certain times of the week. In my case, I think it was like Sunday morning, and then it was Saturday evening for catechism. I was raised a Catholic, born and raised, baptized a Catholic. I believe as a man or woman or person growing up, you need to challenge your faith. You need to listen, read, research, compare, and you advance in your faith. Faith be something I know say you build. You can't just stay at one point and not listen to anybody or just close yourself in a space where nothing there for you to learn and then believe you're going to advance in your faith. And so normal days, going to work, going to school, experiences you have with your friends and parties, they build your faith as a human being. I speak from the point of view of a Christian. I found myself learning a lot about the Christ that we live our lives like in the corridors of a church. I repeat that word again because it's different corners. There's a society bit, there's the clergy bit where pastor will come teach you. There's a part where you learn from your peers, or your peers will go through things. You guys will talk about adolescence, you talk about virginity, how we go break up, those kind of things. Based on the rules, what you learn inside. Now, as I grew as a man, I started seeing certain things off in my faith. Okay, I don't really understand why I forgot maybe money off everything I did make. Because if honestly I did do offer tree throughout, whether you be poor, because where me I grew up, the church I grew up for inside, whether you get money, you don't get money, you for something for happen Sunday also with you. What I say? At some point, Seth, I think Kofi and Amadi, Seth, you bring. No, it'll be Kofi and myself. I stand to be corrected. It's been a while, bro. There are times Sunday morning you when they carry, they make we carry cassava, plantain, and things or they go. You know,
Wow.
Place of the cash. Yeah. You know, you just send Milo, Catholic Church. They do things. They everything. They we do things. They tell you say okay. They take care of the pastors and things because those people know the work. You understand?
Right.
But then I don't understand why if I go through all this, where I reach points where now I start to make some bread. The bread I make, I start for tears some percentage, fixed percentage for inside come, whether my house chop or my house no chop. So at a young age, I start questioning this thing. I start reading a lot about it. I mean, the Bible really says it, but then even the Bible says, at this school, I started to read about the history of the Bible. I see human beings actually write you know, the accounts that were given in there were eventually, you know, documented by human beings. I don't see anywhere for the Bible where they write say the Holy Ghost or God Himself came down and wrote the Bible, or you know, apart from the scribes that were handed over to Moses, those ones we don't know whether it really be 10 or it not be 10. So a lot has happened. But then how don't I know say, or how I will know say, in the course of the Bible growing from where it was to where it's reached now, through the history of the world, somebody will change something to favor somebody. I mean, that is not something I have to really be afraid of. And I was having a conversation with Ajo a few minutes ago. I think we had a similar conversation about 4 years ago at living room. Fear be one of the things where they stop we from learning. It stop we from asking questions because then drum into your ear say if you did ask certain questions or you did doubt certain things already you did go hell be that.
Yeah.
It was one thing I was able to clear from me my mind. So you go see me, bro. Anybody will know me know how much of a Christian I am. I'm not really confined to going to church Sunday. I don't even remember the last time I entered church Sunday. I think the last time was when I married 3 years ago. Me call church time, me person me come and pick it there, and I'm still alive. I'm still living. Nothing has happened. What did they make us say? I don't go to church one for miracles as defined by our society now. You know, training. In Konya, I think that's the right word. In Konya, I said miracle before having somebody in left for commot or some powers for drop. I've never fallen under that anointing of the Holy Ghost, but I know the Holy Ghost is with me. You know, that kind of thing. I really don't look for what the society is defining in Christianity. I'm just feeding on me, my faith. And so if I come and my own be so straightforward, say, if it be you I did listen to for 5 years, at some point you say something that really makes sense to me, I go move from you because I'm constantly learning. And if you learn, you read book way, you know, they understand one they conflict with what you've learned in the previous one way. You judge way, you weigh options way, something that they look good. You move on to the next book. If they use Aquila, you know, they go use maybe what's the name? Approaches series or something. You understand? That's how I do it. So back to the main topic. It's a fellowship bed for me. The fact say people did there. I mean, people get fan clubs that they join. People they join WhatsApp groups. That be me my version. I go see people I know. People who have similar faith. Some might not have similar faith though. Some might actually be looking for miracles like we're talking about today. There might be some who are also learning, who will ask you questions, who will do discussions with you. Some I don't really have to be friends with. But the day I go choose how to go church, me my church, we if you go Thursdays or Thursday after work, if I go meet certain people. That be the fellowship bed, right? Also, in building my faith, and I'm asking questions, I'm learning things from the pastor, the teachings that he have. Is my pastor talking about money? Is he talking about how to maintain your home as a family? Those are the petty things that I look for. Now, if I'm looking for these things, it clearly means that I'm not seeing my pastor or my clergy as supernatural or superhuman beings. You understand? They don't be angels. They're human beings. And so if I have a friend who smokes and I don't like people who smoke, and I go cut that friend off because he smoke, I don't see anything wrong with along the line. I see my pastor, they do something when they make sense. I don't go if just come out from him because he be angel. No, this be me, my opinion. I'm sure there are other people there like that. And so constantly, I'm not really shadowed by the whole societal aura of how a pastor is supposed to be treated or how a church order. Because fuck it. Me and you be friends. You become born again. Now you become church elder or deacon. And all of a sudden, when you fuck up, man no go fit just come out and hide from you or say it. No, that's not me. You understand? So I won't sit here today because of all the funny things where they happen, talk say Christianity is bad or anything. I'm still a Christian. I still do fellowship, but listen, I do not just enter places because, well, you mentioned that already. Some people do look at the numbers. I know somebody where they go church where they must sit or they must set up the nice so they go do video. I know somebody where they go place where in pastor know they speak to you. They like pastors where they speak English. I know somebody too where you know they like church where they sing English song. Everybody in own day. But me, I'm not really into the material bit of it because at the end of the day, it's run by human beings. Okay? With that said, you know, if you take me enter church because as he say, the church big or the pastor, if you prophesy, go deep. Then the pastor talks, say, make I go take money we be meant for, or make I go bring money, can we I get money meant for maybe business or company money within my account, I go come out down. Because I put that aura of how supernatural them be and how supernatural the church setting is. No, that's not what I see. I look for in the church. I don't look for miracles in the church. I'm not going there to perfect my righteousness. I'm just going there to build my faith. I'm looking for a good fellowship. Fellowship, we don't talk only about Bible, relationship, sex, business, you know, that kind of thing. And he did, plenty did. Just say, if you're looking for those things too, I mean, Mami Ajo told me something a few minutes ago, you just have to be open, make your eyes open, and be careful. Because every corner you go, whether you go Juju, you go Islam, you go even among the atheists, fraud people, you just open your eyes. There are people who are bad. Make the fact that they leaders or then the day ahead of you make you fool or fall into something where you know say be wrong. That's it.
Okay, Eskin, I just want to say that, nicely done, but you have to see this as a progression of enlightenment. So when the next generation is going to be better than us, we felt at TB Joshua, and our parents also felt at the TB Joshua times. And I think the next generation, they are going to be more of God is inside me, instead of trying to go to church more. Hopefully,
and listen, I will even lie about this. Ajo, are they US right now? It be global thing with happen. I mean, the time that the flood happened for I think Miami or so, people came out to talk about Joel Osteen. The fact that you close in church, say, we may use it, something like that, People are gradually realizing that these clergymen, these big men, TB Joshua and Matakam last week or something, they are human beings, okay? So if you look at such a person, draw some kind of image for your head inside, say, it'd be perfect to be 100%. Someday will come, you might be disappointed. I know so many people are disappointed. Listen, and I want to say this, this shouldn't take away the fact that, I mean, I think it is something far even to talk. Sometimes, if you really search for the message, you are not really looking at the messenger as a benchmark for what is happening. As I'm not catching on, make you know things because they tell you, say make you no go drinking, they drink. Pick it, so pick it for one reason. So picking a boy, pick it. Make you know listen just because the person they talk what do they make an answer? With a grow, and I always talk this, bro. It will catch people who know they learn. It will catch people who know they read. It will catch people who know they look that they know they use them up. Who send them in? Who word? I mean, you should write word. I mean, you should like who be up.
Real quick. So when you realize, right, during the COVID times when everybody was forced to stay home and fellowship, that was about like a year and a half, right?
Yeah.
It can be done, but. There is that community that is formed because it does affect the way you marry.
Yeah.
There's a ceremony. So I understand that it has gone beyond the heaven and hell conversation and it has been more about community. But if the community is toxic, you should be able to say no. I'm okay. And still fuck with the people who are in it, but not necessarily be self-identifying because when you begin to see what it is okay to distance yourself. And I think that is one of my messages is that it is okay to distance yourself and still fuck with the people who are in it.
Yeah.
But I still believe that some God exists somewhere. It's okay that you can create your own God for yourself because at the end of the day, it is an imported ideology.
And
so you still want to believe that God somewhere.
And you should do that. You should back it up. You should back it up with some level of confidence. Else, you go fold all the time. you go fold all the time. Because imagine, say, you day where you be person where they think positive all the time. You think for national development. You think for growth of the people, and then you day where your church can't tell you, say, put money into building a national cathedral at a tune of $200 and something million when you know for sure, say your kiddie or your mother before your hometown self, the hospital for the hometown there, they need money where go fit help you, go fit help your family in case you even fall sick. If you fold or if you don't be very firm, these things go pick you. You go think, okay, because the word has come from my church, because my church has joined, what is not good for me is now good. It be a lot. And it takes discipline too, because, bro, trust me, people have fallen because they were not firm, they were not disciplined. Things that are personal values, things they built over the years. They don't say this thing be wrong, they don't say bribery be wrong. But because it be church or pastor word come inside, then fall. Last minute, then go find out, see the pastor self, he do more than that self. Disappointment setting. You understand? You can really avoid the disappointment where they come from finding out these things, because if you are firm and you are ready to learn, you build your faith bit by bit. You don't make certain things drown you. You go survive. I mean,
But SK, Ajo, I feel say if you have no belief or no faith in anything where you just live, your recklessness be different level, you know. That be how come. Yeah, that be how come these kiddies they feel. You know, they feel watch money ass and lick money ass like say it be some ice cream, you know.
Let's not do that.
I know where you stand, Ajo, on that. But listen,
people gather right now
because that matter the.
No, it's not true. So this is it, right? Let's talk about righteousness. Oh, Esco, do you want to go and then I'll go?
Yes.
Mr. Grant is here, Ajo. If you watch out, Mr. Grant is there. Esco, I beg, make Esco talk. Esco talk. Yeah, Tonka.
Okay. So this issue, the way I'm looking at it, I think it's a.
Hey, Esco, or more treat got all the slacks that film. Hey, Esco, baby.
I really think this is a culture issue, because this issue right here, it only really affects mostly Africans and people in Ireland. The issue here is your culture is too submissive. The whole identity of our whole culture is too submissive. So before I do miracle question, so I think we just need to evolve our culture as the world evolves. The world right now is moving at a rapid pace more than ever. If these pastors get hold of AI, it's done. So if you put in a culture, I think not. It's submissive. There's a lot of young boys right now coming up. When you see that shit at the wrong thing, like that's not the exit at all. They don't buck the authority that needs to be bucked. So we are falling down to religion, and religion is over government. Religion is being used to control people from time. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm actually not getting mad at all these pastors and stuff. The whole world is a tax fee exemption. It's extremely money laundering going. It's a serious business. It's not anytime soon. What needs to end is the culture, the submissive ways of looking at things. Oh, rapping, oh, daddy. Nigga, you can't be doing that. You know, respect is earned, it's not just given. And if we don't change that, this will be nothing compared to what is happening. I just wanted to advance the conversation and say that. I think our culture is too submissive, and we need to that's the law. We need to talk more.
It's African. The Europeans have gone through their phase.
The Americans too. I think there was a point where some pastor make in congregation or drink poison, even die because he thought they said they would go to heaven.
Yeah, but I wouldn't put that in religion, dog. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's more of a cult. What happens in America is usually more cultic. America, and yet spiritual, attracting people. They literally give them free food, donation,
That's true.
All these places, they are miracles. I'm not saying what they're doing over here, and I'm saying they are performing this, but it's not to the extent, I'm saying, no check. What's your Jamaican, Haitian, Nigerian? They swear they saw something. They swear they didn't. And the white man that showed us Jesus Christ don't even say that. So it's like an oxymoron. Like, the person that told us about this is not experiencing this. So why are we inflicting our old culture customs? It's all confusion, man. The white man sits out and laughs. If we don't change the culture, none of this is going to affect nothing. To this day.
Right. Let's go. Make a chip in one or two. Good evening to everyone. Okay, so I agree with the culture thing, right? And I feel say, if we look at the church as an agent of socialization, and we go through break them down, make it make sense to some people. So if we are looking at the church as that agent, we see where people gather for fellowship, where people they gather because then they go worship some person where they feel say be him, be the God, you know. And I don't want to refer to one God because people they believe in other gods. People have objects of worship. They just don't call that meeting place a church, you know. So whenever it comes to a gathering where they have one objective of meeting one person who seems to be the boss, who seems to be the creator, who seems to be all powerful, they may choose to give it whichever name. But as to whether they go there for a specific thing, in this regard, miracles or righteousness, that will be where the question is. So for me, I believe the church is not a place for miracles or righteousness, because when we look at righteousness itself, the Bible talks about the fact that it's a gift, right? And the miracles too, even the miracles for the Bible inside, they didn't even happen in the church, right? So if you look at, let's say, the 5 miracles of Jesus, so one of them be, a man was born blind, Jesus healed him. It don't happen for church. Jesus feeding 5,000 people.
I see exactly what you're saying, bro. But the issue is, why we...
You should let me learn. Probably you get where I'm coming from. Because I will talk about what he said in terms of the culture. So I'm talking about the fact that the miracles itself, the focal point of a miracle is not a church. I mean, you don't have to be in a church to see a miracle, you know. You don't have to be in a church to receive righteousness. A lot of people are in the church, they don't even understand the word righteousness. It's just because they were born into a Christian family. Every Sunday is a church going day, so they just hop into the car and they are taken. But when it comes to the understanding of the whole church system, I don't think they really understand. And church in itself, we can look at the religious nature of the church and we can look at the ministry nature of the church. Now, the ministry nature of the church is where a lot of people have a problem with, because the ministry nature of the church is run by a human being. So when we look at a church setting, we have maybe the head pastor, associate pastors, then the congregation, right? There are strategies they put in place to keep the church running. That one is not ordained by God. That one you use your own head, there's some strategies, you know, to make the church, to keep the church running. So if every Sunday they collect offering, maybe you get some things with the offering they go do, depending on the church that you find yourself. So if a church is in from a crassy, maybe they're not offering, or then get something that they take do. If you are in a church like Action Chapel, maybe all the services, first service, second service, third service, all the offering that they get on a Sunday, they get something that they take do. Now, that's something that they take the money do. It is not a doctrine. It is not something that runs through all churches. It is the preference of the pastor, or it is according to the need of that particular church. You understand? All these things are not religiosity. They are not spirituality.
Yes.
They are strategies to keep.
I don't mean to cut you off. I see what you're saying there, right there. There, right there, goes back to the submissive culture. Nobody would demand anything out of their pastor, like, hey, we need money for this. Over here, people that have churches, you demand. The pastors are servants. We need tomorrow. God and pastor need a boss, like what the car winning him. So what I'm trying to say is, the demand to ask, like, we don't say, pastor say, yeah, do it, and that's some crump for me corrupt. That idea doesn't even exist in Ghanaian culture, because nobody dares to talk to a pastor like that. And that's the issue. Like, the thing is not going to be dismantled anytime soon. The churches in Ghana is insane. It's a serious business. But what I'm trying to say is, the culture now is because the one kind of like, it's not that special. After all, it's only one God. He's just a servant, like, you know. So the demand for all these Action Chapel, nobody does it. Nobody dares to say anything. But they will talk about it. Like,
so that's fine. So that's fine. I'm coming. Let me just end one or two things, then maybe we will come into the same thing, right? So I was saying that there is the religious part of the church and there is the ministry part of the church. In the religious part of the church, people are made to believe that they have to live a certain kind of life to get into a certain kingdom that is unseen, right? And that it all comes into a belief system where you have to believe something that you don't see, but just because we just have to believe it. In fact, even in the Bible, Paul said that there are some things that we just have to believe. In fact, faith is believing in something that is not seen, right? So that unseen nature in the church has been branded as spirituality. So even in the Bible says that them that worship God, they worship Him in spirit and in truth. So I can even use that scripture alone from that Bible reference to debunk everything that everybody will say about the church. That the church is about spirit and truth, right? So if I'm worshiping and I'm crying and my spirit feels a certain way, it is not because I am putting on the show. It is because I don't even know what is happening to me, and it is spiritual. And maybe at the point in time, I'm going to do something that will eventually demand me to cry upon God or to cry on God. And maybe as I'm doing that, right, if somebody else sees it, they may not really understand what I'm going through. And that is where the culture comes in. For example, if you go to a church in America, it will be difficult to touch a topic like generational cases or family cases or bring this seed for God to do something for you, because the mindset over there, that is not what the foundation was. But in our church system, where we worship God in spirit and in truth, where we have been made to believe that there is an unseen force that is always battling you, so you must seek God for a certain sort of protection, or you must also find God to be able to get your needs done. But that is where the error is, because Christianity doesn't promise a problem. Yeah, Christianity doesn't promise a problem-free life. That is what people don't understand. It's not as if when you come into Christianity, everything must work out for you. The whole system is a lifestyle, and that lifestyle is a gift. So the Bible will tell you that it is out of the death of Christ, right, that we got saved. It is out of His resurrection that we got justified. So it is that is the belief system that keeps a believer as a believer. Now, what makes somebody a believer is that they just believe that there is a God, right? There is a God that will judge them in the last day, and He will give them a resting place to be, which they call eternity, right? But even that belief system is a difference amongst the same Christianity. So somebody will go Catholic church, in doctrines be different. If you say if you pray through Mary to get to God, somebody too they go Pentecost, if you say, Charlie, that be some idolism, or that be some occultism, that be something we know they happen. In fact, it's not Bible based that you have to pray through the mother of Jesus or whatever it is to get to God, you know. And truly, not to attack the Catholics, but it is not biblical, you understand. But we are all Christians, but see me here finding a certain fault in the Catholic system which doesn't resonate with what the Bible says, right? But we are all Christians. In fact, we all have the same object of worship. We all believe in the same God. We believe certain things about God, but sometimes the way we do our things, it differs, right? Another example, recently the Pope said, the Pope made some statement about gay marriage and whatever, and they can be blessed and whatever. SK made some point about disappointment, right? So let's say somebody will be some staunch Catholic member, we frown on this gay and all these LGBTQ things. When you see the Pope talk this thing, big disappointment, you know. If you say, even though Charlie, the Pope is the head of my church, as for this one, I disagree with him. As for this one, I don't believe. And trust me, there are lots of conspiracy theories about the Pope being an antichrist, being blah blah blah. All those things still be inside way. People they look at the Catholic Church some way. So if you say a Catholic these days, people they look at you like, hey, the people they do the sign of the cross and it says, we Charlie, it be them my lifestyle be this be how they do the matters. But looking at what the Pope said in terms of the gay marriage and things, I know people are disappointed. People who don't believe in that whole culture are disappointed. So when we look at, and that is ministry, when we look at the man involved, maybe another Pope will come with, maybe like, we'll talk that. It's just like government, like Akufo-Addo right now being the leader of the NPP, right? It doesn't mean that maybe whatever Akufo-Addo will do, what if Bawumia may go do. But because Akufo-Addo will spearhead the party right now, if the party is going down, or if Akufo-Addo is doing something that is very bad, the party is going down. So if the Pope does something that doesn't resonate with a lot of Christians, the Catholic Church is going down in a certain way. They might probably lose a certain numbers. You understand? And that is where the ministry comes in. The ministry is more man-made. Most of the time, people make certain statements that are not even biblical, but because of their status in the church, where they cannot be questioned, they say certain things that become like something that is established. Pardon?
Yeah. I totally understand what you're saying, man. But
exactly.
I don't see anybody suffering from religious things more than Africans, man.
Yeah, I totally understand that. And so you see the church system.
Back, man. It holds us back. And I'm trying to say it's something that was, if we don't speak up, like if we don't like ask more questions or like really just tap into how submissive the culture really is. That's what really it's a beautiful culture.
The question is looking in. The point is, who are you going to even ask the question? You understand? Who has the answers? So the point is, people must just research on. People must.
It's like there's some fear movement to be what like soon they will have to capture them. There's an immediate like astonished by wealth by certain people in Ghana that really doesn't make nobody's brain think further, and that's the issue here, right? When Fire started this, he was talking about the reasons why people are going to church. And hold on, I understand. You see, you can't even ask them that question because they know you're so much test. So that's not an even playing field. So nobody wants to truly be a real person and actually go for what's going on. But that's what it is. That's my only 2 cents I want to add to this. I really religion.
I totally understand you, bro. Listen, we have understood your point of where the culture and everything, right? But you see, the church system is, we are looking at the church system as large, right? If we judge the whole church system, we might not be doing a fair job, right? Because right now, you cannot tell me that every Catholic must be seen in a certain way because the Pope said this. So if we are talking down on the church because a certain man of God has done something, we will not be fair to all the people that believe in that particular religion or whatever we may term it. You understand? That is why we have to just be cautious of it. Me, I've not been to church since lockdown. You understand? But I don't go a day without listening to the word of God. It is not as if it is a doctrine. I like it just like how I would like politics. I want to hear something. And I find myself listening to a lot of Nigerian pastors who are not even known like that. You understand? Like thought-provoking preachers that will make you think. And as you said, asking the questions is, who are you getting the answers from? I've been to churches of renowned pastors in Ghana, and I knew that, okay, this is not my church, but they have a lot of numbers. But it is not for everybody, you understand? So, for example, a church like First Love or Lighthouse, right? They have a way of doing their things, and that is the ministry. So when you enter a church, when you enter that particular church, if you be inside small, depending on the number of people you bring, if you promote you, make you become a shepherd or an elder, or in other churches, that is not how it's done. You understand? And in that same culture, they use that one to win a lot of souls. So they have a lot of numbers, and they have a strategy for increasing the numbers. So they have the busing system where people they walk into. If you go to the universities, if you go to hostels, on a Sunday, the lighthouse people they worry. They're always on your door knocking. They will iron your shadow for you, polish your shoe for you, just because they want you to clean at the church. You know, and it's a system, it's a strategy of winning more people into the church. But you see, the question is, the person who you are in church for, you are in shadow for, maybe some nice girls if we become the, you know, because after the university, bro, some of the lighthouse girls, them fine as fuck, bro. So if fine girl they can invite you to go church, where the fine girl see, where's your shoe? Let me polish it for you. If you go sleeping, you understand? And that one all the boost. So somebody will attend that particular church not because it is Bishop Dag that is about to preach, but it's because the person invites me be pleased. He really would like being party, you know. And so some of you we've been on that train for a long time, like you. They can really invite you to the church or you're nice girl. You begin in church or whatever happens, it's up to the two of you. You understand? And I mostly thought I won't do something like I forget saying within internet, but trust me, in that kind of church there's a lot of errors they happen. Because the more of the people you bring, they make it look like you are doing well. So they keep on promoting you. And also these people, they bring a lot of errors into the church. You enter the church for a small time, they say you be elder, they say you be shepherd. So you get some people where you yourself, but maybe the person said if they battle with some pornography way, in mindset fuck up. So if you see woman, no, they think of extreme things. But he's a shepherd because he's able to bring a lot of people to church, he's able to bath a lot of people to church. Understand? But you see, when we look at this particular strategy, it is happening in one local setting of a church. We cannot use that to judge the whole church. Understand? So narrowing it to TB Joshua an issue right now. TB Joshua an issue, trust me, a lot of men of God even have doubts about him. And it is because in the church system, normally if you be man of God, you will have some kind of authority with the look over you, like you will have some foundation. And there is a lot of people claim they don't know where TB Joshua came from. In fact, they don't even know where the church did, like where did he come from? He just appeared and started doing a lot of things, right? But the same people also forget that in the same Bible, one of the prophets they hear was Elijah. The Bible talks about the fact that he didn't have a mother or a father, he just appeared in the Bible and he just left. You understand? So people using that to as if they didn't have a church anymore. But if you look at the works the man they do, then some of the testimonies will come out of the church, right? It will be easy for you to believe, say, something is really going on there. You understand? I mean, as you be kids, everybody in family once in a while or something, maybe you will see man on TV with Charlie back and forth with some demon will they talk through somebody. You are Lucifer, you are this. Maybe we hadn't really seen some before. I grew up in a Catholic church, I hadn't really seen something before. So it'll be very captivating what they go on for him. And it's when you watch that system, that's why I say it was after his mother watched all those TV Joshua sons we believe, so that could be seen as a strategy to get more people. Understand? As to what his objective was, we cannot tell. As to whether he was fake, you can even be a good man of God, but because of the love of money, you have devised a certain strategy that will make you get more money. But are you really a man of God? Yes, you are preaching a word, maybe God really called you, but money is influencing your objectives, or you understand. So the church system itself, it be hard to judge we all as one. But trust me, everybody that knows bad knows good. And in as much as we may need a head pastor to come and tell us about the word of God, the people sitting there, they think. So if your pastor is saying, I find myself listening to one man of God, if you say something we have to say, Charlie, this one, they resonate with the Bible, or you are being extra biblical, or you are talking about too many excesses. In some way, for example, if you tell me, say they sell holy water, anything that draws the attention away from Jesus or brings attention to you, it's a big red flag. So university manners don't need, but if you show big fan, if you did chop set, it was spray the truth with some water.
Charlie?
Yeah. It was spray the truth set me for chopping. Then it was spray the truth. I mean, I understand that you two did. But you dare not attack these people because Charlie then go feel vex you for life just because you talk against TB Joshua.
Real.
Because
there's a question. So yeah. I think there's a part you mentioned about TB Joshua and and you're like people were saying they didn't know where he came from. So I think that one I stand to be corrected, but a little I know you see the churches grew from a point to where it is now, and then many of them came through. I think that's why they had the Protestant churches, and then a lot of them came from the Protestant churches. They left the Catholic church and then created their own and all that. What they didn't know about TB Joshua was that come from the Pentecost or come from the Redeemer or any of that. It just form your own, like independent candidates, basically. You understand? I think it's the same thing. I was watching a video, like a documentary, a narrated documentary on Elijah, like you mentioned. He too, because come from the church elders that time, that be hard and then see him like that. But be say he come from nowhere where nobody know. Then he did. In family actually did. They don't give any account of him because he come from, this one was from the house of this or the church or that. But he actually did have, a family and all that.
I understand that. But you see, in our church system, right? Wait, I'm coming out 1 second, I think. In our church system, right? Like lots of pastors, they gain relevance from, like somebody validates you in the back. So, for example, you hear somebody say, my spiritual father is Duncan Williams. The fact that you are just affiliated to Duncan Williams, it gives you some kind of, acceptance. You get. So with regards to TB Joshua like this, there was no such link even though he had the numbers, right, there was no such link to any kind of authority or maybe some spiritual fatherhood or maybe some church way maybe he come from. You understand? So a lot of people even doubted him on that angle, like, hey, Charlie, this man, he doesn't really pay allegiance to anybody. He not really invite anybody come to church. He not really preach for other churches. You know, so all those things were things where people they look at say, hey, Charlie, this man really doing you know. And indeed, he really have the numbers. You understand? But all the accreditation and the validation is a strategy, and that is ministry, even though it's a way to keep the church moving. If I'm a young pastor and I'm able to get a picture with Duncan Williams, I'm able to get a picture with Pastor Chris, you know how that thing will boost my ministry. And a lot of, if I get a picture with Pastor Chris, you know, they mean say I'm set, like I'm ready for church, or I am capable of doing a miracle just because I have a picture with Pastor Chris. But in the minds of the people, once they see you standing with Pastor Chris, Charlie, all of you, they wear white shoe, everything. You know, they lay hands on you, they fall down and things. As you say something, enter you. Now you come back as a different man, and that picture said they share them for social media. So people now see, Charlie, Pastor Chris, you know this guy, or this guy know Pastor Chris. You know, and that one alone gives a lot of acceptance. And that is some of the things so people take infiltrate the church. Because trust me, big men like Ben Hinn and things, then there are some men of God way right now. The way those men of God, the true way they must scandals be. You then question yourself, Charlie, and any way they see like this, or if you say, Charlie, they make people before, so you know, see these people, then get some kind of lifestyle, you draw them closer like this, give them this validation, and they take the shoe, you know. So the church system itself, we see the loopholes in a lot of things that people do. But if we say we judge the whole church, now and then like we defies God, we don't fit. Understand? Because reference from the Bible is that the gates of hell cannot prevail, whether you believe there is hell or not. That's why I'm saying that the reference from the Bible. So in our church, we really believe in the church system, or we really be Christians. We really believe in nothing if you fight against the church. However, a lot of people through this church system, through the ministry system of the church, then bring a lot of error into the church system. And it has created a lot of problems for people to even believe. People are disappointed, people are pain, people feel cheated.
Let me speak. Listen, take responsibility and have the courage to sit with your people and fix it. Because there has been generation upon generation upon generation where you are blaming other people for the thing. And funny enough, we have gotten to a stage where people even have the balls to say these things. But can they say it to their pastor? No. So we still have a long way to go. You don't get to come here with the rest of us who are not church-going people and come and complain to us. We left the church and have been demonized. No. You don't get to come here and come and talk to us and think that we are playing on the same thing. Because we said it, and then they said we shouldn't say it, and then we were kicked out. And then when we are talking about it, you come and say that, you know, it is who are the members? Why? How come you guys can't sit together and fix it for so many generations? So who else are we going to keep blaming? Because when it comes to one second. Fix the sexual allegations, fix the abuse, fix the embezzlement, fix the purity culture that is very problematic to young women. Fix the pipeline of don't have sex, and then the pipeline of them being addicted to pornography and masturbation. Fix that. We can go on and on and on and on. Fix it. Fix the fact that now Christians are being... Once again, I didn't interrupt you. Fix the fact that now Christians are complaining about blasphemy and how they can't understand blasphemy, and how some people get away with causing harm on other people based on blasphemy, and then Christians are like, oh my God, they're disrespecting us. Like, what do we do? Like, they can't figure it out. Fix the fact that the atrocity that happened in Nigeria, where a church was gunned down, and there was no community of the church to come together and say, okay, how do we avoid this from happening? And even though I wasn't a Christian, when that situation happened in Nigeria, I was going from space to space to space and saying, like, guys, I'm not a part of the church, but you have to start creating a security system. Because both of you, Islam and Christian, is a fight that has you and the Jews too, causing havoc around the fucking world. fighting over land because you are claiming that God has given you this land and that it is telling you to go out there and spread your message, and that is causing conflicts. You are going to a church where there's no camera or there's no, let's say, security system. You don't know who's coming in with what and who's going out with what. I don't know if the ushers know how to do the church confession, or what is it called? So what if somebody falls down in the church? And if somebody falls down in the church, they automatically think it's the Holy Ghost. Meanwhile, I don't know if the person's having a cardiac arrest or what. Because in that community, once you fall down, it has to be the Holy Ghost. It cannot be any medical situation. Not to now abandon them, but no more, sir. Somebody's on the floor. Whether they can do CPR, they don't know. The ushers, they don't know. They don't have any medical, nothing. And they are just there. And then you have the Pope Francis, who didn't even acknowledge what happened. And somehow Ghanaians think that they can escape it. They think they can escape that atrocity. That's on that side. I want to speak on righteousness. Who's that? Whose mic is on? When we talk about righteousness, it's about doing the right thing. And if there's any youth here who doesn't understand, okay, so then what do I do now? You live in a country that is secular. It has a constitution. You go to school that has rules. You go to the church or wherever community that you belong to that has rules and regulations. If you want to be a good citizen, pick up your constitution and read. I call this the gift that keeps on giving. If you take into account what makes a good Ghanaian as far as what the constitution says, you will always be at the right side of the law. You don't necessarily have to go and be a part of a church to do the right thing. And you don't also have to lean on your own understanding to do the right thing. Because even if you don't belong to the church, or if you don't belong to like a religious or traditional institution, you still belong to Ghana. And the more you know about your constitution, the more you become aware of the laws, which means you become a good citizen. I would hope so, because now you know, so we are there about 10 years prison. So you can even use it as a guideline to do the right thing. And if you have any questions, you ask authorities. There's community everywhere you go. So if you have a community that is toxic, you should be able to leave and nobody should be able to kill you or shun you or give you pressure. That's what I want to speak on the righteousness. Corantin was speaking so much about what the Bible is saying, but if I bring it now, then we have to talk about, contradictions, and he's gonna just, throw the fucking space off. Hey, what am I cursing? This thing is recording. Anyway, yeah. It's Opele here. I want Opele to speak, but Fantastic has blocked him. Simple clearly.
I blocked Jones.
You can go.
I'm coming in a minute.
Okay, since he is coming, I wanted to speak, I think I mentioned about the whole, COVID-19 thing. I'm sure a lot of them were relieved when they, when they couldn't go into church for a long time, because for some people, if they don't go, then they feel like, judgment day is coming the next day and they're going to go to hell, right? I don't know how they were able to survive, but I'm sure it was a lot of relief for them. Nowadays, there is this trend of, I pray at home, I have a personal relationship with God. There's this new trend where the next generation is attracting, but then you have the other side of it, and then you have your small pastors who will start telling you that no, but the pastor, the Bible also says that we should get together. But when you bring this up, they'll tell you that there's no contradiction in it. There's another part of the Bible where it talks about how if you have your tithe money, you can go and spend your tithe money on anything you want. But the pastors were not going to preach that. They're going to preach you the part where it says you should bring it to the church. So that it's there's two sides of it. But they can tell you, okay, you can't pick and choose.
Okay, so how do you want us to address Bible issues? Because as you said, right, the Bible is...
You and I can have a space on it. You and I can have a space on it. I do it all the time.
Yeah, it's just going to be a long conversation. Let's just stick to the miracles and the righteousness. And you made mention of the fact that righteousness is about living right. And maybe not everybody will agree with you because of...
I said doing the right thing. It's about doing the right thing.
It's about doing the right thing, right? So it can be explained in other forms, right? For it to fit into the church system. So You see, we cannot talk about the church without bringing the Bible. That's why it makes it very difficult to. I would have loved not to go into the Bible too much, but how can I talk about the church system without bringing in the Bible? You understand? And it's rather unfortunate it is so. But maybe this would be my last reference of the Bible in terms of righteousness. So righteousness in itself, we have been told, we that are in the church system, we have been told that righteousness is a gift as a result of the death and the resurrection of Christ, right? So you don't really do anything to be righteous. It's a gift that has been given to you as a result of the resurrection of Christ. You understand? And there is also that righteousness that's talked about. I mean, what you said is not wrong. So being in right standing with God. So that means you are doing everything right. So you may mention the Constitution. So being in right standing with the Constitution, maybe following the laws of the land, it makes you right. So there is also that aspect of righteousness, even in the church system, where we can be, somebody can be termed as righteous because of how they are living their life or how they have a right standing with God. For example, we have somebody like Noah and maybe Abraham, right? So it becomes contradictory if you say that it's righteousness is a gift given to people after the death and the resurrection of Christ. So if we look at Abraham and Noah, who were termed as righteous, who were before the death of Christ, so how were they called righteous? You understand? So that is where being in right standing with God plays a role here. So it is also agreed that if you live that way, you are called righteous. And there is also that upright manner with moral standards. So people who have good morals are tend to be righteous, right? But when we look at the righteousness in the sense of redemption or salvation or as the life of God is given as a gift, that is according to the church system, right? And so I don't want it to be an argument. I'm just speaking from the church system. So people don't really go to church to actually find this righteousness. It is just a place where people who believe that they believe in Jesus and the death and the resurrection, that they gather. So it is called the gathering of the saints, right? Now the question is, it's not as if I'm complaining to you about the church. As I told you, I've not been to church. It's not as if I have a problem with it. I've not been to church since the lockdown. So I'm not trying to tell you that these are the problems I have seen, that's why I'm away. But I'm just telling you facts, right? There are people in church who are just there. They haven't really gone through any process of some teaching that will really give them the understanding of the word righteousness or even the Jesus that they are worshiping. They just follow. They have been following since they were born, and they have grew up there, and they are part of the ministry where they are being used as the strategy to make the church grow. For example, and Ochinawa for Libra, all those things. There are strategies in making the church grow. It doesn't really make you a righteous person because you brought somebody to church. You understand? So if you are looking at the topic again, do you go to church to chase miracles or righteousness? And as we said again, miracles is the church is not the focal point for a miracle. So somebody can escape an accident and say that, hey, this one they do miracles and will die. You know, it can be a statement that is thrown out there. The accidents didn't happen in the church, but the person believes that maybe the accidents were so horrific and the person is still alive. It can really be a miracle. And when we look at the definition of a miracle from the Google, it talks about the fact that it's an extraordinary event that cannot really be explained or understood, but it is normally attributed to a divine agency. You understand? And another definition also says that, breaking down the divine agency, the meaning of divine is something that is of God or like God, right? So even if it's not of God, there can be a Muslim who has escaped an accident, and we say that, Charlie, the one who died, he had a miracle. That is to say that they believe, or he believes, that maybe he should have died, but the fact that he didn't die is a miracle. Now, you don't need the church system to believe in such a thing. And also, the church is not the place where it happens. Now, when we come to the church again, where people are believing that a lot of miracles can also take place in the church, that is where the error is. So we see, if a man of God is running a church and his one of the strategies of making people come is to make people give testimonies of some of the miracles that they have seen or they have encountered. Maybe that is what will be used to draw people to the church. So somebody like T.B. Joshua, it is because his ministry, we saw a TV station, Manual TV, where on this TV station, when he's not even preaching, we see people giving testimonies and a lot of old videos of things that had happened that looked extraordinary, that cannot really be explained. you know. And I'm saying that to mean that it was something that was used to draw a lot of people. So look at Fire's situation like this. Fire's mother got to know of television because of what she saw on the TV. It is not because he felt the man was really righteous. It was because he saw something extraordinary being done in a church setting. And she felt that, okay, I have to find a way to heal my son. And in fact, if this is called a church and it's not some place where I'm going to consult Satan, then I'll go. So she went there maybe she's disappointed now because of the fact that she didn't even get to see the man, or she realized that Charlie is different from what she's seeing on TV. So disappointment sets in. But what really took her there was the miracles that were displayed on the TV.
Yep.
That drew her attention. Right? So there is a lot of strategy in church building. So that is why talking about tithing and all that, some of these things are strategies. You can also look at it as a doctrine, where whether it came before the law, whether it is under the law, whether a Christian is supposed to give tithes, whether you are not supposed to give tithes, all these things are doctrinal matters. There are certain Christians who don't take tithes in their church. There are certain pastors who say that you don't pay your tithes, you give your tithes and you give out of love. So it's not as if it's a responsibility or you are obligated to pay something every month, but you give it because you love. Understand? And they make you understand that the tithe you are paying is for the pastor personally. It is not anything. It is not going anywhere else. You are paying it to the pastor, and they will bring a Bible verse, because if you are running a church, obviously your reference point is the Bible, so you will obviously find a scripture to back what you are doing. Right. So, for example, the tithe system, the tithe was paid to the people of the Levites who were seen to be the priests in those days. The family of the Levites were the only family that were allowed to be priests. You understand? So they were not doing any other job. So the tithes were paid to them to keep them running, to keep them to keep food in their house. You understand? And that is the whole idea of tithes. But we can bring a lot of doctrines out of it. People will believe in it, people will not believe in it. People will use tithes as a strategy. People can use miracles as a strategy. People will use prophecy as a strategy to bring people. So in running the church, strategies are involved. The strategies may look very, very erroneous. The strategies may look very, very non-biblical. The strategies may look very, very unwise. But the fact that it is able to draw somebody there, the person that is doing that advert, the person that is doing that, attention seeking in terms of bringing people to his church, he doesn't really care. So it comes back to the motives of the man of God or the motives of the head of the church. What they really do. For example, churches do revival almost every month, 7-day revival, 3 days revival. So the question is, if the people were revived in the last month's revival, why are you doing another revival? So we can see all these programs as a church strategy to make people come. So that's because if you do a 7-day program and there's a morning and an evening session, people will give offering, people will give money to this church. In fact, there are even online platforms where people pay their offerings to. So if I'm running a 7-day program, assuming it's a 50-day program, 100-day program, 100 days program, is done in the church. It can be seen as a strategy to either boost my YouTube numbers, to boost my Facebook numbers. There are pastors who, when they finish preaching and they realize that there was a problem with the internet, and so they didn't really stay online, they get angry. So you see that their motive is not really the people that are sitting there, because they know that most of the time the monies that even come to the church, the larger amount of it is coming from outside. Because if somebody is giving 100 Ghana cedis and somebody is giving $100, obviously that is times 10 of what you are giving me here in Ghana. Understand? So money has changed a lot of motive. Money has changed the objectives of most of the churches, and we can choose not to talk about it. We can choose not to care. But if you really want to care, then it is not as if the church is crying out to you. Some people in the church, they know that Charlie, after they know, but they still go, and it is because of their mindset. They were born into it. Nothing will change them. And just like somebody who is born into an NDC family, even if you put a goat there, they will vote for NDC. And it is because it is in their DNA. Nothing can really change it. It is difficult to.
Okay, let me come in. So,
right.
A few things. Whenever you are in a conversation with people who are talking about a problem, okay, and you don't introduce a solution, run away. Because it is going to be a continuous problem that happens over and over. Fire, what's your problem?
What's a mistake?
Fire, I need you to add somebody from you real quick. So I'll send you the person's profile. Anyway. They've known this problem, again, for generations upon generation. There hasn't been any solution to curb it. And it's going to come on in the next generation as well. So that is not their objective. It's about numbers. It's about numbers play. Both of the religions about numbers play now. There's nothing in the afterlife, but even that we'll talk about it later. He mentioned that righteousness is a gift. Bullshit. The ability to do the right thing is not a gift. That is the most nonsense, the most nonsense thing I've heard, maybe today. That your responsibility to do the right thing when you are in a community, you are saying is a gift from who? Even children who have not been indoctrinated yet have the ability to express doing something good and doing something that is not good. It is your responsibility as a Ghanaian, if you live in Ghana, to do the right thing. From you being a regular citizen to those at the top. But in order to keep people, to maintain, to keep them from, doing the same thing, doing the right thing, then there's incentives to earn. Fire.
sorry, mistake. I don't share that.
Who are you texting? Because you have to be texting somebody.
No. And they said somebody for the people inside.
Okay, make us see if it's on. Anyway,
I'll do it. Let me help you. So you see, I didn't really claim.
No, I don't.
That's
wait.
No. I told you that. Wait, I told you my wait.
No.
I told you.
Don't do
It's not about time.
No.
You are saying something that is not it.
No.
Relax. I said something that you are making reference to. So let me help you out.
No, don't help me.
You don't. So wait.
No. Don't spoil the space. Don't spoil the space.
You cannot wait.
Relax.
I have allowed you. In fact, you've even called whatever I said nonsense, and I agree to it. Listen.
No. I didn't interrupt him. I don't want to interrupt it. I want to finish what I have to say.
No, but who determines when you end?
No,
who determines when you end talking?
Give me the respect.
But you must also give me the respect for listening to what I said, so that you make reference to it.
I listened to you. You are spoiling the space. Let me speak. First, touch the mute button, and then I wasn't done. Relax. You are spoiling the space. Who are listening to?
Ajo, you meet Quentin before?
All the time. You know what?
Like meet him in person?
How?
Charlie, this is people will be there one day there, one for meet physical and fight too. You know?
It's not about that. It's an intellectual conversation. So don't.
Charlie.
Anyway, listen. The idea that to do the right thing is a gift is bullshit. Like I said. Every single time we wake up every day, we try to do the right thing. At least for me, and I think for most people as well, because we don't want to get in trouble. We don't want to get in trouble with the law enforcement. We don't want to get in trouble with our parents because we live in their house. I mean, every single time. Even organizations, the companies that you work for, every single day. We are waking up every day to do the right thing. So it's not a gift. It's your goddamn responsibility. It's literally like common sense. Depending on how you want to live your life, like Bongo Ideas being on Spaces, whatever the Twitter guidelines is, he wants to follow the Twitter guidelines so that his profile is not taken away from him. Sometimes I can tell you, say, listen, you can report me all you want, but Twitter is not going to cancel me. Why? Because I'm doing it based on the guidelines. So don't come here with the ridiculousness that your Bible said. And so that's what I'm saying. So you don't think outside the box. You don't think about what you're saying. You don't think about the repercussions of what you're just indulging in. You're like, oh, it says it, and so that's what it is. Think about it. Try and apply it. Try and see the world outside of the little community that you've been indoctrinated into. And see if it applies everywhere else. And if it doesn't, go back and do your homework. When I tell you how this thing has affected psychologically how you view the world, how you view women, how you view yourself, it cuts across. So that thing that he said that he's been a gift, total bullshit. Everybody who's listening now, it's your responsibility wherever you are. You follow rules and regulations. If you don't know them, go and fucking look at your fucking constitution or in the community what you're supposed to do and what you're not supposed to do. Those who break the laws, you will literally see them in school classrooms praying in a school classroom. Meanwhile, that is not what it's meant for. You see them in the roadside, praying, in the middle of the road, breaking the rules, because for them it's their God that comes first, F everything else. Breaking the rules all over. Praying in the middle of the night, blasting the call to prayer. I just summon for that, just doing it. They don't care. It's God's rules or no rules at all. So their whole thing is to just dominate. That's their thing. They don't care about humanity. They don't care. Like this world that we live in, it's not for them. Homogeneous said there's an afterlife. And so let me just follow God's rule so that I can go and enjoy the afterlife. Everything else and how they affect other people, they don't care. But then when they have their own country where they are governed by their own rules, they can't live in it. Now they want to run to the West, where they are a lot more secular. This thing is more than just a church and miracle. Like this religion thing, it's insane. So when we come here and we talk about it and you come and complain to me, I don't understand why you are complaining to me. When you're not giving me the rule book as to how you're going to fix it. If the people in your churches were given the courage, to talk about what they have gone through, what they go through in the church, but they can't, because you can't take spiritual things to police. Police don't deal with spiritual matters. But there's been a lot of abuse that has gone through there. Psychological ones, physical ones. So when it comes out after his death, and then I see a bunch of losers who are asking, why didn't this documentary come out? How many African, or let's say Nigeria, Ghana, movie actors or whatever do documentaries? How many documentaries comes out of our movie industry or our industry as a whole? The last time I heard of a documentary, they said they shut it down because it was talking about corruption. They said they shut that movie down. How many videographers go and talk about these things? I mean, all of you are Christians too, so it's going to be uncomfortable for you to step out of your box and expose the corruption within your organization. Because it would almost be as if you're committing treason. So the idea that TB Joshua has died and then after that the documentary is coming out, I mean, if you have the courage and the balls, those days, ask the girls what they go through in the hands of their junior pastors. Ask them. Give them the space, the protection, that they will come. I'll keep it a secret so they catch them. Like you will see the kind of things that will come out. But nobody has the courage to do it. Because at the end of the day, like we still have fundamental things that are not down here for us to get to that place where you can diversify. If you want to, you can comment.
All right. So I agree with everything that you said. In as much as you even called it bullshit, but that's fine. But you see, the point is, when I started talking, I said I wish I would not even go into the Bible to make references. But it is difficult to talk about the church system without talking about the Bible. And I said that this is the last reference I will make from the Bible. And in the Bible, righteousness is termed as a gift of righteousness. Whether you believe or not doesn't really change what the Bible is saying. You understand? I'm not here to brainwash you or trying to change what you believe in. None of that. I'm just telling you, is it true that in the Bible, righteousness is seen as a gift? Yes. That's what I'm just trying to say, that righteousness as a word, when you're looking at the other meanings, what you said is right, but there is also another meaning when we are looking at it from the Bible perspective. I'm not trying to say that is the only right thing.
Is it true? The question is it true? You read it, fine. Is it true? Apply it. You read a theory. Now go into application. Is it true?
Listen. It is not a space for evangelism where I'm coming to tell you that I read this in the Bible, so you are to believe in this. You understand? I am just here to help the topic. In this sense, we are looking at righteousness and miracle, where people are chasing it in the text. And we made mention of the fact that this is what righteousness means. And I'm telling you that from the reference in the Bible, which I don't wish to use in this particular space. So me telling you that I don't want to go back to the Bible, so let you know that I'm not here to preach to anybody. I'm just telling you that in the Bible, this is what is written. I could be a Muslim and still be talking about something from the Bible. It doesn't mean that I should come and defend what the Bible is saying. I can be a lawyer defending a murderer. I'm doing my job as a lawyer. It does not mean that the person didn't kill. You understand? So calm down. And in this situation, right, he said we're having an intellectual conversation. Let's do away with all emotions and let's just attack it. Because if you come at me personally, you might be saying something that is not really true. Because as I told you, I've not been to church since 2020. So it's not as if I have a certain group of people that I go and tell them something and I feel as if, okay, we find the problem. How do we solve it? Listen, the problem will still be there. It does not change what the church is. People will find the church. Nothing can stop anybody speaking against the church. We cannot get everybody to be a Christian. It's impossible. We are not trying to maybe that is how people will see it, that Christians like to dominate. Christians like to impose their beliefs on people. That is how it may look. In fact, that is how it is. It looks like you have to lure somebody to believe in God. You have to lure somebody to believe in Christ. And sometimes luring them, you have to use a miracle. You have to use some testimony. You have to use life experiences. And it's allowed. Is that the right thing? I don't care. But the truth of the matter is that is what is happening. And it is what some people also believe in it. So there are people that, when this TV journal thing came up, when you go into the YouTube comments, you see people talking about the fact that they didn't have a child, TV show gave them a child. But there's also another account of somebody's story who didn't get any form of help from them. In fact, who was even maybe sexually assaulted by the same man of God, who somebody else is claiming that, so it becomes, okay, so which one do I believe now? Is it capable that somebody who is sexually assaulting someone, is that person capable of doing a miracle? Because we are also talking about miracle again. Now it's reference from the Bible. If you are talking about miracle itself, it is a gift again in the Bible, the gift of miracles. You understand? But if you ask me if I've seen the gift of miracle happening in the church or going on in the church, I have not really seen, because trust me, most of the things that we see look staged. You understand? In as much as I am from the church system and I will talk for the church or whatever it is, we are not fools to see certain things. Like, for example, there is this video of this woman whose looked crooked. It wasn't straight.
Yeah. She's a big actress. Yeah, I see that video.
Yeah. So that particular woman like this, bro, you go plenty churches where them.
Where she go? Yeah.
So now we get to find out it was actually staged. Me, for example, I was disappointed with one particular person who was affiliated to Duncan Williams. And I felt like, this is going to be Duncan Williams in Sano. Why they do this? That's why I said that the validation and the acceptance things, all of them, they bring a lot of error. So maybe Archbishop co-signed this person where you don't know, say, Charlie, this person said, so you did. He don't get pictures. He don't, and it's sometimes some of these relationships, they come up because of the money you could take go. So then they call them seed sowing. So I came to honor you. You go to drop $1 million. Some of these Nigerian pastors and people, they then get money. Because we drop money, then we give you platform. They go do program, then they go put you photo, then you go come. All that is strategy and is.
So then the church they be business.
Oh yeah, it is unfortunate that it is done in the church system. It's very unfortunate, but the truth of the matter is, go feel judge we all say so we did. You understand? But trust me, strategies did the kingdom inside way that be hard and they take. But trust me, bro. You can talk about, we see action like this, and they do impact in the impact program that they do here like this, bro. If some ministers they minister, the views be like 2K, 3K, you go around 4K. If some preacher like Joshua Selman come hold the mic, 20K, 30K. If somebody like Pastor Jerry Eze, the money they do the NSPP, he should hold the mic, 70K or 100K if they go. Views live when they watch. And it's because what? The man get numbers. You say people they like impact. People just they come there because it be Pastor Jerry Eze where they come today, it be someone where they come today. So if me have it, what they do? What he say? If Jerry Eze come there, they get 100K views. So you think I'm not going to invite them? Whether it will make people change their life or not, we are not clear. But for the fact that I know, say 100 views, they give me $5, $10, $7, and I'm getting 100K. Calculate them and see. If I don't see 1,000 likes, they give me this amount of dollar. And I know if I bring Selman, I will get 1 million views in 12 days. Calculate them and see. So if your ministry is driving...
Take your DM for me, Carson. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm in there.
So if your ministry itself, the money be the basics, like, money the influence, some of these things go to get to you. So the pastors we are known to be powerful are the one with the numbers. maybe some pastor be there some crisis actually. Then next time they do the real healing. You know, but because they don't get camera, we will this.
What are you saying?
Relax. Relax. What I'm saying is an example. I'm not saying it happens. I'm just giving you an example that we have tamed the people that we see on social media as the powerful ones because they have the numbers. But maybe somebody did some crisis, maybe not healing, maybe it be them that they preach the raw word of God way, that they do what's them for do. But in this kingdom, trust me, numbers gives you relevance. And if the numbers is going to generate money, and that is the motive for most of the pastors, then that is what is going to drive the church.
But Ajo, you go toe to toe with Granting, you go to recruit somebody to come. Which level?
Oh, I said yo.
Again, people do.
Yeah, go bring some soldier camp.
No. The first thing is me versus you. 300 people who are listening.
Oh no. It be you and Granting will do where we
You
listen.
don't see them like that. Why do you always come in a defensive mode as if everybody's against you?
I don't know why she thinks so. We will listen to you people.
We agree to
It be you and Granting they do. Kwame to why you be corner? Which level? They send you know it you come. Kwame to sport them up see. Corner.
I just said if you be TV neutral, you get some cult of disciples really, they should go call them come.
Me then I don't ask Granting question that be why.
Sport it.
As I do bring you there, I don't say get question from me.
Sport it.
Granting, I beg you. So you dey believe see these miracles they go on or it be like something will be genuine, like them all will be fake. We get genuine pastors. Like
you say you ask the question based on what you see where they go on for the church inside. But if you come the space earlier, like yes, I talk say somebody said go figure accident where the person will die. If the person comforting, go talk say Charlie, the way I'm gonna die, they be miracle. Now you go go fight the person say do the way miracle.
I beg my question there, listen to my question very well. If somebody they term something miracle based on their own experience, that one I don't get issue. Because people always find their own definitions or explanation to things. And they talk about you experiencing some things, you granting, like you go church, yes, the pastor you do miracles, he say he heal HIV patients, like this, he heal people that get cancer. You should see some of these things. We get people with them, they genuinely they do or them will be fake. That'll be the question that they ask you.
Oh, if you ask me a personal question there, then that can be simple crowd. If they ask me, bro, me I say a lot of bullshit where they go on where it's called miracles. So me for instance, I see some way I know they believe in them, I feel say this be stage or this be to get them this. Right? As to whether somebody is doing it real or not, I know go free tell because the explanation from Google said they say you know go free explain them, you know go free understand. But if the person feel say what's the go on for that system, maybe some the pastor pray with some water turn into some reddish thing where they call them say the blood, so then start to sell them, so then they call them miracle water. And if people they believe in that, if it's a matter, but if they ask me personally, I'm not go for many views that they go buy miracle water. Because maybe for my mind is I don't say nothing like that day. Or they make sense to me. Or maybe if miracle water say they me myself, I don't need them. And in turn, the people where they need them, but me I don't need them. So if it's a personal question, the answer is very simple.
Yeah. The personal question I would ask you because you know if you answer question give somebody else what they feel or what they believe. That's why they ask you personal.
My answer be cool for you. You get follow-up question.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I don't get problem. And then
exactly. And if I answer the question like this, you see the conversation will end quickly. The only part we go here extend the conversation be say we could look at how people do see the miracle. If you ask me, then I can answer for you. And once I answer it, it's done. What can you say again? Because I'm telling you that some of them bullshit for me. Whether it is true or not, I don't care. I don't need any miracle right now. So I don't think it's something that I will go to church looking for. That I'm looking for water. That the water will help me cleanse myself after having sex with a woman. I must go to a certain ritual. Like, I don't care about all these things. My point is that if we are looking at it as a broad topic where we are having a discourse where people may even learn, understand, whether they choose to believe in it or not, it is up to them. But maybe some of them, the experiences be so real, we say they don't go feel doubt them. Imagine say this woman with her hands and I believe I'm until I see the other videos because it was real. Charlie, the woman in hand, wait for the video inside recorded and camera. You see that the woman's hand is popping out, it's becoming straight. we last we can't explain. If you know the same, we see other pastors use that same woman for that same particular miracle, bro. And that video will be one of the dangerous, miraculous videos on the internet. You understand? But now that our eyes are open to it, you think if I see another miraculous video, I will not think twice. I will think twice about it because I've seen one that I almost believed in that was staged. So personally, personally, this is my mind about it. But we are looking at it as a general thing. People they believe in now. People believe in. People say go see.
Mr. Franklin. I totally agree with you. So on the way forward there, you know the things like some of these things, the vulnerability, like probably where the vulnerability mostly they come from ignorance, then maybe poverty, right? Where they make like people mostly they chase these miracles then, and so they go end them in desperation. Because I will give you the best example it happened. So have you know this guy, Papa Nyansan? Show your love, child, or that man. He saying, you know, say you go before he die, you go TV Joshua in there. So you see, normally you go there when they come die, you make desperate. So that be where the pastors they take advantage. So if you make desperate, normally you know the one die, like why the area wakacho the doctors know the one tell you say you go die, but sometimes they know say they can't die, they will tell you say more times you for search other places, right? So you make desperate, you go out. Then if you pray for you, then tell you say more times you know they feel walk better. Then we tell you say Charlie, turn up then walk. Then you too you get that zeal say you want to know them walk. Then go clap for the church inside, so you've been healed. Then since you come out now, the guy come out now, you don't talk 2 weeks every guy. You have. So like on the way forward, don't you think that like the poverty, ignorance, then sometimes desperation, they make this like people mostly they chase these things, and then they are being preyed on by these pastors.
Bro, this question you're asking. It be a serious question because see, there's nothing we can do about it. Let me give you an example with something with the trend right now. Miracle money, Miracle money. They say, you go to pray, make some money, just appear for the front door. In fact, people they believe in now. People, in fact, credit score, save the miracle credit score.
Hey, sir.
I swear, bro, fire. You know, and me personally, I get my views on that. The person where they do it get enough validation from men of God where we say quite Charlie. This is the pastor Chris in person. But you see, all those ones they give people their acceptance. You understand? Like, right, let me just go straight to the point. The person seen doing this miracle money be Hubert Angel, right? And he claims he's the father of miracle money. So now this Hubert Angel in spiritual father be Pastor Chris, right? So now we even if you don't believe you get angels self, actually if be affiliated to Pastor Chris, you will get some kind of love or kind of respect for him. And that where people defeat infiltrate the church with a lot of these erroneous things. If you actually have miracle money, bro, it's bullshit for me. Because if somebody send you money, you will know the person, the transaction, where it is coming from. No, if you tell me, say, some angel will be sending you some money, it just appear for your account inside. But as well, people get somebody out of all these 7 billion people on earth, and if he tell you, say, he get some money like that before, you know if you go argue with that person. If the person say you get that money, you know if you argue with that. But personally, if you ask me, say, miracle money, bro, it sounds very off. And there is a video where Charlie, they show how the man they do the tricks. So he goes from church inside with the miracle money. The people within the testify or be the pastor in France. So one of them be the pastor in wife. I don't know if you see the video by this guy, BRG analysis, being real judge. I like in videos for YouTube, but sometimes he make some nice statements. And he actually go do research, find out, say, Charlie, the credit card, the credit score and things that they show, it be screenshots from Google, bro. So somebody just go screenshot. If you go, the guy do the thing, make us say, the guy really go record the thing, make me, say you. Charlie, but some of the accounts they know.
Get this one too. I don't know, but the people on the space go, if you go and check this guy out. He died recently, named James Randi, right? So James Randi was one of the top magicians, and then he has not believed in the paranormal. So he said he was giving out $1 million to anyone who can prove to him that there is paranormal ability, right? And then this guy spent almost 50 years going from countries to countries, and nobody, he had taken on over thousands of people, from pastors to normal people who think they can do miracles, they can perform like juju people, and nobody has even won just one CD from him, because he knows the tricks, he knows how to. So he has exposés on YouTube. His name is James Randi, so you can just search. So me, I don't believe in miracles. It depends on what you term miracles, right? If your definition of a miracle is maybe there was an accident and then you didn't die, so that is a miracle. You are lucky, that is a miracle, then fine. But I don't believe someone can say some words in the name of a god and then your cancer will go away. I don't think
mean, as much as we don't believe, right? If they say it happened for them, like somebody who was cancer and is now telling you that, oh, they went for a checkup and the cancer is not there, and then it's because they went to this man of God and the man of God prayed. Can you really go and fight that person? Just let them be. If that is what they really believe in, that indeed it was as a result of the man praying for them, that is why they got healed, then so be it. But does it really affect anything? It doesn't really affect anything. But we are looking at, you may mention that some of the factors, some of the factors we influence people that they believe in miracles, and the factors that you said, it is true. You understand? Maybe there are other factors we will not even list yet.
Yeah, but you know something. So me too. The reason why I really like to question people, right? The fact that you believe in something really means you can't be questioned, right? So okay, you believe that is a miracle, right? Why do you think it's a miracle? Do you think you are special? Do you think someone who is in China and doesn't believe in your God and hasn't been prayed for cannot experience this thing? Do you think you have this job because it is God? So let's compare the employment rate in Ghana compared to countries where the people, the citizens are less religious and they don't even pray and they get better jobs, they get salaries. So this is how we can just also have some conversation, because sometimes if we think we should just allow people to believe whatever they believe in, I think it's just a breeding grounds for.
No, so there are two ways to this thing. Let me give another scenario so that you see where I'm coming from. So let's say a church setting, right? A woman is going to church every day. She's married, 9 years of marriage, no child. They have sex every night. In fact, they do what you are supposed to do to have a child. Then in the midst of the 9 years in church, one day their head pastor invited a certain man of God who is believed to be in miracles. And in fact, this man of God prayed for this woman, and the woman conceived triplets. Right? What do you think the woman will say? Do you think the woman will attribute her childbirth to the pastor that came there who was being known for miracles?
This motherfucking stand tall and fucking build. Give me that stand tall.